Hello, this is AM590 The Answer with your host, Anthony Patrick, Roadmap on Real Estate. My companies are New Harvest Ventures, LLC, and New Harvest Realty, Inc. Our BRE number is 020-13694. My companies are both Christian-based organizations. Let us help shine the light on you. You can reach us at 909-694-2221 and or email me at anthonypatrick@anthonypatrick.net. So my beautiful wife is on my show with me today, and Josh and Mike from Elite Group Inspection Professionals. If you guys want to do a little wave there, or we're actually, guys, today we're actually on Zoom, the new recording studios. We're all social distancing from each other, but again, this is just great, and we continue to bless you with what's going on in today's market with this coronavirus. So, Mindy, before we get started, how can they reach you? We do buy and sell houses, and you do help people out there in need. So how do they get a hold of you, hon?
It's good to be back, listeners. Hello, my name is Mindy with New Harvest Realty, and if I can help you sell your home, give me a call direct at 909-297-0425 or email me at mindy@newharvestrealty.com. So
again, thank you, hon. So the reason I decided to do this show, my wife and I, is to help you have a better understanding of all avenues in real estate. We're here to help you. So it doesn't, no question is a dumb question. As my mom said, empty mouse don't get fed. So they, she say, then go hungry. That's your fault. You know what I mean? How was I supposed to read your mind? So understand, my team has a team of experts, over 145 years of experience. And if we can't help you, one of my team members will reach out to, again, like Elite Property Group or taxes or whatever you need. And of course, we always talk about that D word for the divorce. God, work it out, guys. It's better off. But at the end of the day, these are things, there's some of the things that we can help you with. But do you know anything else? We can help them with other things, right? Like the seniors at this moment. What are your thoughts?
Yes, if you're a senior and you desire to sell your home as is and cash out quickly, we can help. If you're a senior and your home is turnkey and you would like to maximize your profit, we also can help. Please call me direct at 909-297-0425.
So again, Josh and Mike from Elite is on our radio show today, and we're going to be changing it up. You guys were on our show almost like 9 weeks ago. It's been a minute, but at the end of the day, is like we're going to change it up on how has the coronavirus impacted the home inspection process. Since now it seems like virtual tours and things in that nature are in. So for you guys, no matter what, it's very important to get the home inspection out there for their clients. They want to make sure they're still having a nice, they're getting a nice product. And no matter what, a house, it's not a product, but it's still something you're going to live in. You want to make sure the bones are good. So before we get started, Mike or hey, Josh, I'm going to start with you. How do they reach your company first, and what's your website?
Well, Anthony, thanks so much for having us on. And how they reach the companies, they can call 800-494-8998. Once again, 800-494-8998. And our website is eliteinspections.com. Once again, eliteinspections.com.
All right. Thank you, Josh. So, hey, I'm going to be throwing these questions to both of you guys. So be ready, because this is going to be like one of those speed contests there or whatever they do.
All right. It's like speed dating. All right. We're in.
Speed dating, I love it. Okay. So, Mike, I'm going to go with the first question with you. So, Mike, how has the coronavirus impacted the inspection process?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And I'm sure we've all had to sort of deal with this new reality. And everybody's getting creative, and it's awesome to see our realtor base getting very creative with virtual showings and things like that. But our job has to be very physical. We have to be on site to handle the inspection. Right. So, we've had to, I'm very, very proud of the team that we have. Every single one of our inspectors has been certified in COVID-19 safety practices, and so they all have a certificate. They had to take an online course provided by Internachi, who's the certification company that we use. So we are all using our PPE gear, our rubber gloves, our N95 masks, and we even had some custom masks made for all our guys with the Elite Group logo on them. But so our job physically to be on the job, we've got to be there to do the inspection. We've got to lay eyes on it. We've got to actively turn things on and check them out. So the process for us has not changed, other than there's less people in the home when we're dealing with the home inspection now. And that's thanks to our realtors and basically thanks to everybody involved in the transaction really realizing how important this process is. And then where we normally would have crowds of people at the inspection, everybody now is giving us that distance and are giving us that house on our own, which I think is actually giving us an opportunity to do a more thorough inspection, to be honest with you.
Instead of like, what is this? What is that? Is that bad? Blah, blah,
right.
blah. And you can get through it a little bit more on a property time. Hey, Mike, also, so what's the best protocol to follow when it comes to home inspections?
Yeah, so we're asking our realtors, because the realtors are driving they're sort of the quarterback of the deal. So when a realtor calls in and schedules an inspection with us, we're asking them to help us get adequate access to the property. And then if they can convince their clients to stay home, or to not come to the inspection, we're asking them. We can do a call after the inspection, or once we've uploaded the report, maybe the next day after they've had some time to digest the report, we can do a phone call over the phone with them. We're also asking the realtors because they have to get there and get us access if there's people in the home, tenants or occupants, to help us with the maintaining of the social distancing so that we can do our job. And so really we're just partnering with our realtor base. And like I said, everybody's been great. It was initially difficult to everybody to adjust, but everybody's really, really doing a great job with it now.
Great. And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Anthony Patrick, Roadmap on Real Estate, and we're talking home inspections during the coronavirus time. So Josh, here, this one's for you. What shifts have you made to navigate during these times?
I mean, really to piggyback on what Mike was saying, because we're not there physically with the buyer, the communication level has had to increase. We've had to adopt and learn Zoom, as we're doing a Zoom today. And we're training our inspectors to do Zoom so they can still have that interaction with the clients. Not all of them are up to speed, but we're a lot of phone calls and a lot of text messages because the buyers aren't there. So increase in communication, both in all channels. Email, we're getting messages on Facebook, much like the entire real estate industry. Just increased communication through phone, email, and other channels like that.
So Josh, how can a buyer still receive maximum value from their inspection when they are physically not present?
Well,
you know what I mean? So
yeah, as in the past, and if we remember the market before, a lot of agents were shortening their contingency periods, which make the transaction a little more rushed. So what the buyers can do, and what they should always do, is make sure they read their entire inspection report. Don't just focus on the summary, read through the entire inspection report. And another thing, because transactions are going a little bit longer during this time, there's not that much pressure on the market and houses. Get those in additional inspections that we recommend. Have an electrician go out there and make sure you are making a good investment. So additional inspections and reading the entire report.
So I know for the people that are new, that are thinking to purchase a home, or they're going to wait or what have you, but could you explain a little bit more the inspection report? You know, like the summary, that's usually all in red, right? Those are your recommendations to get fixed. Could you say, just talk a little bit more about that? Like, well, how many pages is it actually? Like 1,472 or something like that?
I mean,
our thorough job. I'm sorry.
Yeah, our typical report is between 50 and 80 pages,
right?
And a lot of photographs. That's what you're really seeing, is a lot of photographs.
Right.
And typically we highlight the red items. Those are the more pertinent items that we would say focus more on those. However, even the items that we write in black, they're still important to know moving into the house. So we will highlight the important items. Keep in mind, we are evaluating over 1,800 items inside the property in regards to the structure, the plumbing, the heating, the electrical, the roof, the foundations, and the grounds. Kind of like a general doctor, but for the house. So we're raising the red flags for the buyers on the important things so they can focus in on those. And then, but we're still putting a lot of good data and a lot of good value throughout that entire report as well.
So I just want to understand these people out there too that are listening for the first time, or they're thinking to buy a home or what have you, but you're there for them. You know what I mean? So you're making sure that the house with the wind won't blow down, or with the roof won't blow off, making sure there's no leaks, no foundation issues, things that, now remember, you guys are there for them. So that way the bank could qualify them. So it's like a peace of mind. So it's like buying a car, if it's a brand new car, brand new home, I understand it's been inspected. But with you guys, they got to understand you are there for them. Again, I'm going to say this, but it's for like the fact that they have a peace of mind when they walk in and turn the key, that they can move in, paint, and just do little things, or maybe just move in and the house will run good. So it's like buying a used car in a sense, but it's been certified. Am I correct? Like that? So
yeah, it's like taking your car to a mechanic and having them check it out very quickly, make sure the air conditioner works and the heater works and things of that nature.
Right. So Mike, since I'm going to go back to you. So what trends are you seeing in the market today? You know what I mean? For the buyers?
Oh, I'm going to have to defer to Josh on that because he's our marketing guy. I'd love that you asked me, Anthony, and I wish I had the answer for you, but I lean on Josh very heavily for the market trends. Josh, why don't you jump on that one?
Yeah. So with buyers, what we're noticing is, of course, there's a hesitation in the air around all this, but the buyers that are buying, they are really committed. And if we go back 2 months ago, the Southern California market was highly impacted with, business. So you got a lot of these people that couldn't get in homes, and their buyers are really excited. They're able to get in homes, but they're still a little bit nervous, and they don't want to go to the properties. So that's one thing we're noticing is buyers not wanting to go to the properties, and they're willing to schedule phone calls and they're willing to schedule Zooms to keep the transaction moving forward, but they still have that motivation to get into a property in Southern California.
All right, thank you. Hey, that was really quick. Mindy, could you take us to the break quick?
That was too quick. You have been listening to Anthony Patrick Roadmap on Real Estate. Thank you for tuning in. We will be right back after the break to talk more on how has the coronavirus impacted the home inspection process. This is Anthony Patrick, Roadmap on Real Estate. If you're just joining us, we are talking about how has the coronavirus impacted the inspection process. Our guests today are Mike and Josh from Elite Group Inspection Professionals. On our first segment of the show, we went over how has the coronavirus impacted the home inspection process, what is the best protocol to follow when it comes to home inspections, what shifts have you made to navigate the times, how can buyers still receive maximum value from their inspections when they are not physically present, and finally, what trends are you noticing with buyers?
Thank you, hon. That was awesome. Okay, so Josh, I'm going to go back to you again. Since we were talking about buyers on the first segment of the show, let's go about the sellers. So what trends are you noticing with the sellers at this point?
Yeah, so what we're noticing, and just in earshot or with conversations, we're noticing that sellers, they're in a position where they have to sell. A majority of them are, there's medical issues, maybe not related to COVID, or deaths in the family not related to COVID, but these are people that are having to sell, or, that's a majority of them. Another thing we're noticing actually on the inspection though, just kind of the behavior of the sellers on the inspection, they're walking out of their house, they're walking around the block, or they're getting in their car and they're driving away, and then they're coming back when the inspection's done to maintain that 6-foot social distancing. So that's another pattern that we've noticed that's kind of different. So we were truly all alone out there doing inspections, which is kind of good because we can focus without any external distractions at the property. So those are some of the patterns we've noticed with sellers during this time.
Great. Well, again, they can get their exercise in, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They can't drive to a park anymore because those are closed. But anyways, so hey, Mike, what tests, is there tests out there for the COVID, as far as the virus that in the home?
That's a great question. And we initially explored that because we do a lot of indoor air quality. I'm indoor air quality certified, as is probably the majority of my staff. And we've trained them all to take indoor air quality tests for mold and allergens. Unfortunately, there is no indoor air quality or any tests that we can do at the home regarding COVID. But we did get that question quite a bit at the very, very beginning of all this. There's just nothing out there that we can do.
So, okay, so I'm going to follow up with that question. Sure. How to prepare for a home inspection. So how should they prepare for a home inspection during this pandemic?
So it's very important. So especially, again, everybody needs to prepare differently. The buyers need to be prepared to not be present, but to do that phone call afterwards and after they read the report and ask questions. The realtors need to get involved to maintain the social distancing and make sure we have the right access to every place that we need to get to. And that includes getting underneath the house and in the attic. And so preparing the home for the inspector to be there is to be the most efficient process. Again, we're not allowed to move things. So if you've got, clothes in front of an access area to your attic, we can't get in there. It's going to be a limited report. So it's really important that everybody communicates. And then from a seller standpoint, I think the best thing a seller could do at this point is do a deep cleaning of their home prior to the inspection. They should wipe down the most common surfaces that we're going to touch. They should do that for our safety and for their safety. And then when we're done, even though we're wearing our PPE, when we're done and they come home, they should plan on doing another cleaning just to be extra safe. And that's what we're hoping, that everybody's following that same protocol.
So, okay. So if there's people, if there's listeners right now and they're going to be having a home inspection, so their best bet is to move everything and hide what you don't want. Okay, don't give me, you guys are awesome. But even like, they don't understand, like when when Mindy's doing an open house and I'm there with her, there's people who come in and if there's a laptop, hey, I'm not saying it happens, but it happens. Things get missing. So my thing personally, what I tell our clients, and Mindy will attest to this, that, hey, during an open house, hide your valuable belongings or what have you. But with you guys, I would say move, like if there's the attic access, move your clothes, because if you don't want them to touch them, you know what I mean? Because back in the, you have to move your clothes, because there's a chance, and you probably happened to you, because I know when I was a home inspector right before you guys were born, I moved some clothes and the whole rack fell. You know what I mean? Because there's so many clothes, and they blame me. So the thing is, you dirtied my clothes. So the thing is, move your clothes, if you can, or if you can't, but because you're checking every outlet, but hey, if there's a couch, you're not going to move the couch. Yeah, Mindy?
Again, let me just reiterate what Mike was saying. I think communication is key through this whole process, and I think the agents need to control the situation and have full-on communication with the sellers and the buyers, inform them, educate them, and set the precedence of what is going to go down with cleaning and everything. Yeah. That was good advice, Mike.
We also see a lot, and I really like this from the seller side, is sometimes we'll walk into a home and they'll have a sticky note like, hey, this doesn't work, or that's something good, like that. It's so helpful for us, because then we know not to touch it. And it's nice when people will, like, some people store things in their dishwasher or store things in their oven. Take those out for us so that we can test those appliances, because the buyer wants to know if they're working. And if they don't work, then put that sticky note on there and let us know. And then that way we can just inform the buyer, and we don't have to go through any trouble of trying to run these things or move things out of the way.
Figure it out.
So what I do is I leave a sticky note where the washer is, and it's loaded and ready to go. So when you guys come, I just make sure I do a full cycle, and you guys have washed my dishes. Thank you very much.
Leave the iron out. Josh is very good at ironing.
That's my favorite thing. Right. Ironing.
That's awesome.
So Josh, I'm sorry. So Josh, what best tips right now for the buyer and the seller? What tips can you give them?
Yeah, really to piggyback on what Mike was saying, we are inspecting a lot of vacant homes. So if I'm a buyer and I know I'm making an offer on a vacant home, or I'm a realtor, make sure those utilities are on. That's just another key piece to remember. We want the gas, water, and electric on so we can complete a thorough inspection. That goes for the agents as well. Make sure those utilities on when we're inspecting.
Hey, Josh, I'm sorry. I'm going to step on you here right here. So what happens? And so let them know, our listeners know. So you go in and do your home inspection, and the water's on and electricity. But a lot of knucklehead investors like me, like all of a sudden, I didn't know why, because I don't turn the gas on till the very end, because I just don't want things to happen. You know what I mean? Blow up, whatever, and flipping homes. And again, I'm going to, so what happens if they have to come back?
Well, because we have expenses that come with traveling across the freeways, like gas and vehicle maintenance, there's a fee for that. It's typically $150 to come back and check all the items, in this case, in regards to the gas. So we want to avoid
a lot of items. Think about that. There's a lot of items, the heater, the water heater. Right. And the water heater, we want to make sure there's hot water at every fixture. So it's a lot of time that the inspector has to spend back there just for the gas being off.
The plumbing fixtures in the shower, bathrooms,
Go ahead, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry again.
Oh, no, that was a great add-on. Another thing that buyers can do, because maybe you're at your house and maybe you're not working, do more research. go online and start really looking at these items that you're seeing on the home inspection report. I just had a buyer the other day that actually called the city and had some 4 or 5 questions from our report to the city that he was moving into, the city of Irvine. And the city got back to him within 24 hours. And I was really surprised that they actually got back to him, and they gave him a great answer, which gave him great peace of mind. Very rarely do I see buyers actually going through the entire report and actually doing more research. Now I feel this buyer is much more prepared to move into his home because he's done a lot of research even before he's moved in. So do more research, and then think about doing those additional inspections while there is more time during the transaction. Another thing for sellers, if you are at home and you do have a lot more time on your hands, fix the defects that you know are not wrong, that are wrong in the property. You have buyers coming in, and you may not be in a seller's market as much anymore. So the buyers are going to want to move into more of a turnkey style home. So if I'm a seller, I'm going to fix those little defects or hire somebody to come and fix those defects. So when the buyer's inspector comes in, those aren't showing up on the home inspection report.
Right. So best inspection add-ons. So that's something that we're talking about to fix these little defects and things of that nature. But it would probably be really nice too. And maybe you guys have it, like as you guys are awesome. You guys actually test, you have your training grounds on a lot of my homes. So you guys are always sending 7 or 8 guys before and after to do the inspections for me. So it's awesome.
Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you.
Yes.
God bless you guys, man. It helps me out because there's one time, I don't know, Mike, if you remember, is like, hey, I didn't, you came out and it's like, I didn't buy the house because I didn't even realize how bad the foundation was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't see through what you could. Yeah, it was like, it wasn't, I think it was in LA some area, but it was like, that could have killed me. I could have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So thank you guys on that too. But I was thinking, how about like you guys, I don't know if you do this or not, but how about like, when you send your emails and say, hey, this inspector's coming out this day, you guys might want to put a YouTube videos like, hey, getting ready for the home inspection, unless you have something like that already. You know what I mean? Because you guys are both looking guys, and it might work. You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's just my thought.
With today's market, that's a great idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we do have YouTube videos, but we got to update them definitely to more relevant to what's
relevant. There you go.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. God bless you guys. This is coming to an end. So could you,
there's never enough time.
Tell us how to get a hold of your company again, please.
Josh, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Our 800 number is 800-494-8998. Once again, 800-494-8998. You can Google Elite Group Property Inspections or go to eliteinspections.com.
Thank you very much again, you guys. I applaud you guys. Thank you for coming on. And you'll be back on again, definitely. Mindy, take us home.
Thank you, Mike and Josh. Join us next week at the same time. This is AM590 The Answer with Anthony Patrick, Roadmap on Real Estate. From New Harvest Ventures and New Harvest Realty, you can reach us at 909-694-2221 or email us at anthonypatrick@anthonypatrick.net. Or if you need to buy or sell your home, call me direct. My name is Mindy at 909-297-0425. God bless. Stay healthy. Thank you for listening. See you next week.
Wash your hands.
That's right. Wash your hands. All right.
Dad, were we running out of time or what?
Good job, man. You guys awesome.